GM. Today's lesson is about being more organized, disciplined, and less chaotic. Chaotic is the key term here, because I got a good question from a student basically saying that he's a chaotic person. And what he means by this is he loses focus, gets disorganized, follows a plan or follows a process for a while, both in life and in trading, and then falls off the wagon essentially and kind of self-destructs and ends up back at square one. So if you ever feel like you can't build momentum, you start doing something, you do it for a while, and then you fall off, this lesson's for you. So that would have been me, for sure. When I was younger, that would have been one of my bigger flaws, was lack of focus and ability to stick on one task, which would manifest itself as procrastination, right? You procrastinate on the things you need to do. You avoid things you need to do in favor of other shit. And generally, you're disorganized, right? You don't have systems. You don't have discipline in every area of your life. Now, a few things. Over the years, I learned 100% that personality traits, which is all this is, they are not fixed. They're not fixed. You are not born with a level of discipline. You are not born disorganized. You can be, now, your circumstances in life will have made you less organized than the next person, but that is just how it's manifesting currently. It is not fixed. If it were fixed, then there'd be no point in even trying to change it. But I have turned myself into a disciplined, organized person. I know many people who have changed many traits about themselves with work over time. So it can be molded, it can be improved, and you can do it. So here's how I would fix that issue in terms of being disorganized, not sticking to a plan, not sticking to just what you set out to do in life in general. First thing, self-talk. Don't say things like, oh, that's just me, I'm really disorganized. Don't say that, right? It is not fixed. It is a choice. Your brain can be rewired. You can choose at any moment to be the person you want to be. Now, it takes hard work, but it's certainly not fixed. What else? Look, if you're a disorganized person, you need order. Now, it sounds obvious, right? If you are chaotic, you need to bring order to your life. But many people will say they are disorganized and then never do anything about it. You need to create processes, not just for your trading, but for every area of your life. So the best way I found to do this, like I say with deleting all social media, is to put a barrier between you and whatever negative action it is that you're trying to avoid. Right? So if you have a tendency to overtrade, put friction between yourself and trading. Delete the phone apps. No phone apps. You must trade at your computer, at the desk, like a professional. If you have find yourself scrolling on TikTok, fucking delete TikTok. If you find yourself watching too much bullshit TV, delete Netflix subscription. Whatever it is that's your vice or your slip-up area, get rid of it. Also, a big tendency for people to be disorganized is their inability to think long-term. So when you think about the future, you think about, oh my God, I have to be organized for the rest of my life. No, break it down, make it small, make it achievable. Set very small but manageable and achievable tasks. So instead of saying, I need to stop, I need to never overtrade again, or I need to never revenge trade again, or I need to never move my stop loss again, just say this week I am going to focus on taking every trade as per my rules, per my system, and taking no other trades. This week, just this week. And then build that week by week. Same with anything else. It's not about quitting quitting smoking forever. It's just about quitting smoking today. And then tomorrow you do the same and the same and the same. Break it down, make it manageable, achievable, small goals. Also, if you've got massive tasks, you need to gamify things. So this was one for me, definitely. I would find myself, if I have to do 100 back tests, I would have found myself starting, doing a few, and then getting distracted and going off and doing something else. Because the thought of doing 100 was daunting. I was like, so many back tests, I don't have time. I tell myself all these reasons. And so you break it down. You gamify it. You say, I'm just going to do 10. I'm going to blast out 10. See how quickly I can do 10. right? Obviously following the correct process. But how quickly can I do 10? How quickly can I find 10 trades in this backtesting session? And then time it. And then do another 10, maybe the next day. You don't have to do them all at once, but make a game of it. Break it into chunks. If you have to do them 10 by 10, then you have 10 little mini sessions to do. Whereas you're not going to sit down and just do 100, right? Because if you were that person, you'd be doing it anyway. So if you're not, if you're the disorganized type, make it small, achievable, and gamify it. And then attach a reward to that. Let's say you want to, whatever. Let's say you want to go to the gym. Well, you have to do your 10 back tests first. Your reward is going to the gym. I do this in the morning with my daily levels and trade of the day. I don't have my morning coffee until I've recorded trade of the day and daily levels. Little things. Gamify it. Micro rewards. What else? You need to note stuff down. So trading journal, absolutely. But also in every area of your life, make lists and actually physically check it off. Strike a line through it when you're finished it. Because one of the things that you really don't appreciate when you're a disorganized type of person is your ability to remember things. One of the, a definition, literally, of being disorganized is that you are not able to keep to a plan, not able to keep all your responsibilities in line. So you need to write down all the things you need to do and then rank them in order of importance and make sure you get the most important ones done. That will mean that it's okay for something to come up and distract you. But you can then say, wait, is this thing that's distracting me? Is this more important than what's on my list? No? Okay, list first. And last thing, which kind of goes along with the apps, deleting apps, right? But obviously you're not going to delete every app, but put your fucking phone onto Do Not Disturb. Unless you, apart from phone calls, which might be urgent, turn off notifications on everything else. You don't need it. You don't need to check Facebook or Telegram or emails. Check them once a day, or check them however frequently you know you need to. Right? You should only have notifications on that are related to your work. So if you're a trader and you need TradingView notifications to enter a trade, they stay on. But also, if you don't trade at night, if you're sleeping and you're not going to wake up for a trade, put it on sleep mode, do not disturb, while you're sleeping. There's no point waking yourself up with alerts if you're not going to trade it. So be disciplined. All of that put together will turn you into the person you want to be. You are not fixed. Your brain is moldable. You can change it. Now, take that and go and do it.